It's a bedroll of quotes. Quotes from the Dark Team during the development of Thief the Dark Project. Chris, I don't feel like a nut. Earlier, I had no choice. Mark, I should do work. Someone bring me my laptop. Bring me my computer. Whatever. Tom, you know, you're lucky I'm not wearing a G-string. I have no idea what they were talking about at that point in time, but holy crap, man. Chris, yeah, well, it's better to suck half as much, Greg, than never to have sucked at all. Mark, woohoo, woohoo, I'm the bug fairy. Tim, well, you're half right. Dorian to Mark, where you going with all that pumpkin, son? Mark, yeah, I just save cows. Doug, just think, around November 5th, it will be tragically funny and suicidally grim, no matter what. I have no idea what these people are talking about. Dorian, don't you be quoting me, you scurvy landlubber. Arg. Randy, pirates don't say quote. Randy, it could use some paprika. Chris, paprika's the happy spice. Mark, I want to take damage and possibly even shout when I take damage. Dorian, that can be arranged. Dorian, you know, I'm wearing tights right now. Tim, Mark, you are one queer-ass freak. Mark, you know, part of me wishes that that's the first time someone's told me that this week. Mark, I don't know which flow brushes to delete. I suggest you just blast them all and let God sort them out. Mark, why don't we all just Xerox our asses and send and ship that? Mark, so Laura says that my ranting is environmentally sound and not speech. Tim, what's that buzzing noise? Dorian, it greatly affects one's workflow when one dies. Mark, guns don't kill people. Sleigh events kill people. Tim, where does the player arm come from? Mark, well, there's a mommy player arm and a daddy player arm. Tim, and they both love each other very much, and the daddy player arm has a seed. Right. Tim, it may be that he finds the sound of the arrow entering his body slightly suspicious. Mark, QSC le frequency, Kenneth? In other words, what is the frequency, Kenneth? Yeah. Doug, is map.pcx you? Mark, it's not identically me. Doug, well, I didn't mean it in the is map.pcx in his office sense. No idea what they're talking about. Mark and Doug, you're a Newtonian grinder. Chris, I'm a what? Mark, it's like an organ grinder, but without the monkey. Right. Dorian, you should have 5 servings of fruit a day. Ken, endearingly, Dorian, you're my fruit of the day. Tim, we want the endgame to be the climax of the mission, and you can't sustain a climax for 45 minutes. Well, at least I can't. Doug, it may be stupid, but it's a well-oiled stupidity. Tim, it has a certain je ne sais quoi, but I don't know what it is. This here is a French joke. Je ne sais quoi means I know not what, but I don't know what it is. The management. The Team Bananas will be kept in my office until they ripen, so that Mike doesn't eat them. Thank you. Nate. I guess this is Keeper Nate right here. I had 4 of these, points to a big cup, full of coffee today, and actually saw and spoke to God. And he likes how the project's going. Laura. My arm won't come off. Tim. It all came down to sheep. Tim to Kate. I revoke your brain. Kate. Your arm's only physical when you're thinking about it. Right. Tim. There are no licking attacks in this game. Kate. It's an unnatural thing to get back up from the dead anyway. Mark. The physics system is a harsh mistress. Randy. Dorian is literal about everything. Dorian. No, I'm not. Everything is too strong a word to use. Dorian. Nobody uses the word ruly. Tim. I know, I'm just feeling gruntled. Dorian. Next thing you know, you'll be plussed. Kate. It's his butt that has the velocity. Mark. Yeah, I get killed all the time these days. Greg. Hey, where'd the humans go? Tim. I'm very wary of the dangers of stacking objects myself. Guard. Enough dancing! Dorian. More singing! Greg. There's a fine line between serenity and ennui. Ennui means boredom. Mark. If you're talking about me, I didn't touch the brain. Tim. It's like fingernails on the chalkboard of your soul. Doug. In my level, I've been using a bush and a rolling pin as a lockpick. Right. Mark. The quote list sure isn't going to help me convince my mom that I'm not gay. Well, that was a pretty interesting bedroll. Alright, let's move on. So, we are going back out now that we've enjoyed the secret room. And we are going to grab the rest of the items right over here.
Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door.
Alright, Keeper Nate, I'll have an apple. Because apples sound good. Yum.
The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
Well, that's an interesting way to open a door. Okay, let's see. What could our next test be?
Now you will learn new movement skills.
Oh,
First, climb the rope by jumping onto it.
Okay.
Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope.
Yeah.
Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope.
Okay.
Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform.
I'm already up.
Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream.
And jump.
Good jump.
Yep. Good jump indeed.
This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up.
Alright.
Good job. I'm most pleased with your progress.
That's
you
good.
have passed the last test for
Really?
today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
Well, I think I'll go to this red door.
The keepers were
if you
training
run
me to
fast
be one
enough,
of them,
you can grab a vase.
but I found other uses for those skills.
Indeed, other uses.